Hey guys, what's going on? Alex here with Alex Films, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best Hdpvr render settings, or with settings that I use for my Hdpvr. And yeah, so why don't we go ahead and get started? So for the basics, I use Sony Vegas Pro 10, the fully registered version. I did purchase this version online at eBay for about $300, and then I registered it when I got it. So practically, yeah, why don't we go ahead and get started? So my properties, I'll open those up. Properties are HGV 720p/30p, and this can be found right here. If you scroll down, it's the first one. Width is 1280 by 720. My field order is none. Progressive scan with a 1.0000 square ratio. I have the frame rate is 29.970. So if you're in the US, you want to select PAL. If you're in the United States, either NTSC or double NTSC. NTSC works better for me. Stereoscopic 3D mode off, and then pixel format 8-bit, full resolution rendering quality. You want to make sure that's at best. And your motion blur type is set at Gaussian. Your deinterlace method is set at none, and you want to make sure you select start all new project. These settings, click on apply. Audio, I pretty much left the same. It really depends on what kind of microphone you have to record. Doesn't really work on the effects that much. Ruler doesn't touch, summary don't touch, audio CD don't touch. That's probably the properties are it. Now to the render settings are a little bit different, and why don't we go ahead and open that up. So I'm just going to open up a video file. In this case, I'm just going to go to my desktop and open up a video file. It doesn't really matter which one. I'm just going to open up this Black Ops 2 gameplay I have right here. Drag that to the timeline. And as you see right here, once I have it ready to render out, I'm just going to go here and shorten the video a little bit. Maybe about 1 minute. Let's just go set at 1 minute. Let's go to render and open up the render template. I choose where to render it here. For you want to select it, save as type main concepts AVC/AAC. So it should be right here, main concept AVC/AAC, and I have my own template. Go to default template. Right here, what you want to do is you want to select custom frame size, 1280 by 720, or if you want 720, or if you want 1080p video, then 1920 by 1080 works the best. But Hdpvr, you always want to render in 720p. Profile is main. Your frame rate is 29.970 NTSC. You want to keep that as the same as you keep in your properties, because it's if you mismatch them, then the render settings are going to be all screwed up. You want to go to field order, make sure that is set at none. Progressive scan. Your pixel aspect ratio is at 1.0000, and you want to set number reference frames 2, and then you want to use the blocking filter. Make sure that's checked. Now variable bitrate, you want to always have this set about 2 million. And both 2 million. We don't really want to have it set at 768,000. That really pixelates the video, but it's 2 million is better, and it renders much faster. Audio, you don't really want to touch, even though you can change it up to 48 if you want to. Project, you always want to make sure this is set at a best render setting, so video render quality best, and then you can rename your template Hdpvr render settings. Render settings. Yeah, I'm just gonna name it Hdpvr default, and then I'm just gonna click save, and then I'm gonna go back and delete all my other ones. So I'm just gonna go to YouTube HD, custom, and delete, and then I'm just gonna do the same with this one. You can just delete all the other older ones. Camera videos, just delete those too. And then you have to do Hdpvr HD YouTube. That's 1080p, but I don't really use it anymore. So I'm just gonna have it set at Hdpvr default. Oops, spelled default wrong. But that's pretty much what you really want on your render settings. Make sure it's set at 2 million, and then save it. It should render. Maybe what I've experimented is a hardpoint gameplay. It's about 10 minutes long, so you get about 2 hours of rendering depending on your processor speed. I have a Intel Core i7 quad-core graphics processor, and it works very well on my computer. So that is my render settings for the Sony Vegas Pro 10, 11. All those things are the same. Anyways, guys, talk to you later in the future. Bye, guys. See you in the next one.